Hi everyone. Good evening. My hair looks like this. I just washed it and it's just like, are we curls? Maybe we're not curls. I don't know what we are. Oh boy. Hi. I'll wait for hop-ons. So I'll do a little introduction for anybody who's watching this replay or hopping on and doesn't know my face. My name is Shakti and you've probably seen a lot of me lately if you do come to my profile. So I'm an online health and fitness coach, and I talk a lot about the significance of taking care of body and how that aligns with taking care of spirit and why those are so woven together and why they matter so much. That's like everything I talk about. Lately, I've been doing a lot of side projects like fireside chats and talking about current events and politics. Hi, everyone. Hi, Dana. Hi, Leah. Hi, Sarah. So you've probably seen me talk about all that stuff, but I wanted to take a moment to talk about this. First of all, my anniversary almost like totally slipped by me. 4 years of being an online fitness coach feels like it's gone by like this. And I didn't want to let it go by without commemorating it and what it's given me, and also reflecting on it given the time frame that we're in right now, given the environment that the world is in right now. I thought it was very important to do a little piece about that and talk to you guys about why I think that's so significant. Hey, Emily. Hi, Leanne. I also have a headache. So again, with the headaches, it's really strong. So I'm trying not to like always look at the screen and give my eyes some rest. So that's why I look weird right now. So I was on a corporate call 3 days ago now, and we were just really talking about what's going on in the world, and the company was talking to us about, basically how we could be of service right now, given the niche that we are in. We're in a fitness niche, we're in a nutrition niche, and by nutrition, I don't just mean products, I mean courses. Like, we teach people how to eat, literally. And so they were really encouraging us to see ourselves as beacons of light right now and supporting people with whatever tools we possibly can to help people navigate through this. And the CEO of the company gave us these figures, and he's like, I just want to show you guys, we've had 12,000 to 15,000 new customers a day for the past 4 weeks. That's crazy. Going onto the website and getting their online fitness memberships and getting whatever else they need, because now they can get stuff shipped to their house. They're not going out and buying stuff. Thank you. It's my anniversary. So he was like, what that shows me is that people are in dire need of support. And his call to action for us was, don't just let these people come in here and get these programs and get whatever, but go help them. Like, literally help them, put them in a group, put them in a community, talk to them, coach them, serve them. That was the conversation. Like, help them not stay stuck. Help them not stay scared, basically. Thank you, Bridget. And that really super struck me, because I go back in my mind to when I started my career and had this scared little baby that I was. I was a brand new mommy with a baby. I had no idea how to take care of this baby. I vividly remember holding him, trying to breastfeed, which was a horrendous experience for me. So depressed, so alone, no one in my house, no family with me, and thinking about how much easier everything would be if I was dead, literally. Like, that's where I started my real journey to my purpose of what I do today. And then feeling shame that I thought that, because I have this baby and he's beautiful and he's healthy. And why would any good mom think that when they have this baby in their arms? I didn't know any better. I didn't know anything about postpartum depression. I didn't know anything about postpartum anxiety. I thought I was literally a shitty mom, and that's just the kind of mom I was going to be. I couldn't even breastfeed. What else? I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. Like, that was my world. That was my internal dialogue. On top of that, I had no money. I was a massage therapist full time. I went from being this like well-known massage therapist and really, you know, profitable to suddenly not having a job and living off savings and watching those dwindle because I had to save up to stay home. You know how postpartum is when you're a mom in the US. That's how we roll. I'm feeling stressed about that and not knowing if my marriage was strong enough to survive having a child, and not knowing, there was so much uncertainty and loss of control in my life at that point in time. And I talk about that now because so many of us are in that place right now on a global level. That was me in my microcosm experience, but now we're all living this in a macro experience. And I remember the panic and the level of lost that I felt, and how I was the only one of my friends with a child. I literally did not know another young mom with a baby. And I felt completely out of control. I was eating sugar like crazy, comfort eating, crying consistently. And I remember asking myself, if I could just take control of one thing, what would that be? What can I do right now? Anything to just shift my energy. And that's when I talked to my friend who was doing online fitness coaching, and I was like, hey, I need to work out, but I can't leave my house. I have no one to watch my kid. I have no one to take care of this. Like, I need something, but I need to do it for my house. And she was like, okay, here you go, do this. And then I was like, okay, I'm also really depressed and really anxious. She's like, well, you might want a supplement to help with that. You might want to use these plants. They're really helpful. Drink this. And I was like, whatever, I'll drink whatever you give me. And so I did that. And then she's like, well, do you want to do this as a coach? Like, you could help other people. You could earn income. I know you're not working right now. And I was like, I guess beats doing a data entry job, which was the other jobs I was looking at online. I was like, I don't fucking do data entry. That's definitely not me. She's like, well, you know, try it. See how you feel about it. Talk to me in 30 days, you know, and we'll go from there. And I was like, okay, fine. And my life went from me sitting there thinking, I remember my first workout, it was a dance workout. I was so embarrassed to move my body. I was so out of shape. I couldn't keep up with the dance moves at all. I couldn't do 5 minutes of a workout, let alone 30 minutes of a workout. I was embarrassed to move my body. Do you know what that feels like? No one is in the house. There is not a single person. I'm not even in front of a mirror. I just felt embarrassed to move my body. I felt embarrassed to be in my body, moving my body. That's where I started, you guys. Now you see me going live and moving in front of you guys. That's not where I began my journey. I began my journey in shame to even move my body in the privacy of my own home. That's where this began. And then I started learning how to eat because I literally didn't know what I was doing. I was so fogged, and I was given this little plan, and it was like, just do this, do this, do this. And so every day I just showed up and did basic shit for myself, right? And then I was given this whole family of other people who were trying to do basic shit for themselves. And then together we're all doing basic shit together. And little by little, I got better. I started getting excited about, oh, well, maybe if I give this to this friend and I give this to this friend, then they can work out with me and then I won't be alone. I'll be working out with my friends. And then all of a sudden it turned into Workout Warriors, which is 100+ members now. And we all do this together. And then it turned into Meta Movement, which is my business organization, my team of coaches, of other people wanting to do what I'm doing and help people. And then it became this movement. Really, it's what happened. In 4 years, these two movements were born out of desperation. And this is the message that I really want to bring in my anniversary day. I'm gonna cry. Those movements were born out of desperation. I built a team and I started helping people get healthy when I was at my worst. At my worst. I felt like I had nothing to offer anybody. I felt like no one, why would anybody listen to me when I was where I was? It was the worst feeling to feel that way about myself. But I had this dream of helping other people feel better, and somehow that service heart, that servant heart took over in the middle of my own grief, and I just turned it in that direction. And I was like, I'm just going to focus on helping other people right now because I don't want to focus on my own suffering anymore. It didn't feel good. That did not feel good to me. So I turned my attention into taking care of other people. And I built a business doing exactly that. Hi, Abby. You're a perfect person to be on this live stream. And that's how I built a business. 4 years in, it's my anniversary today. Today I said yes. Today I joined. Today I put my purchase on a credit card that I didn't know how I was going to pay. And then I also took money from my savings account and I didn't tell my husband. And today I made that decision. And 4 years later, I have built communities that continue to be the bedrock of my mental well-being. And Workout Warriors is not just for my clients, it's for me. It's for me to go in there and be very honest and be very transparent. And for me to unload my burdens. And for me to know that I have a community that I can go to and they will uphold me because I built that into the culture. I'm the same with my business partners. It's for me to go in there and serve and be a leader, but also to receive from my leaders. And I'm constantly inspired by them. And they show me how to be a better leader by them modeling what I gave them, but in some ways they give it back to me and I become better because of them. And that's what's possible in times of desperation. And I just want to pass this message along because right now in the middle of all of this space that we are now forced to be in, there's this opportunity, there's this gap for you to feel into your life. And for you to ask yourself, is the life I was living before really better? Is the life I was living before really the life I want? Or is it something else? There's this gap. And I feel like when I gave birth and I went through that, which was super traumatic for me, it gave me space. It pulled me away from my career as a therapist, which was all consuming, frankly. My career as a therapist was exhausting and all consuming. And it let me ask myself the question of, is this really what I want to do full time forever? Or now that I have this child and now that I'm in this circumstance, is there something else that could bring me more joy, more purpose, more direction, right? So I invite you to sit in that space and really ask yourself that question. And knowing that 12 to 15,000 people are becoming customers, and just without giving you a background into exactly how the company works, those of us who are qualifying coaches, we get those leads. So the company receives these clients that go to the website and they just sign up for stuff. And then those clients get divvied up and handed to coaches. So I am receiving, and I'm seeing it in my online office day after day, 5 new clients, 7 new clients, 10 new clients. These are just random people who are, I don't know, but the company assigns them to me. And then my job is to build a relationship to them and then help them, put them in groups or whatever they need, email them. Sometimes I just do email coaching with these people, right? So I'm seeing the need, the very real need right now, just in those statistics alone, for leaders who are interested in serving their community. And for people to have support. People are making the bridge that if they're not moving their bodies, if they're not taking care of their food, if they're not really minding the temple care, they're screwed. I mean, they're seeing that for themselves. And those numbers are communicating that to me as a leader. This right here, which seems like so crazy what's happening, is such an opportunity for leadership. For anyone who's called to serve in the care industry, it's wild. Because all of those people need help. All of those people. All of those thousands of people who are just funneling in, they need support. And even like myself, before I became a coach, I was health-minded, but I didn't have a community. I didn't have someone to go to when I was having a rough day and say, hey, by the way, coach, I'm struggling, help me out. I didn't have a touch point, right? And that's what makes this work very different, is it creates a touch point for people, whether it's the group or it's a person, right? So just ask yourself, like, what in this space are you sitting there and you're asking yourself, like, how could I rise up into the space right now? And am I being called to do that? And if you are being called to that, honor the call. Honor the call. Not just for all the people that you're going to serve, because you will, of course, undoubtedly, but for yourself. Because what your life could be 4 years from now could be the biggest blessing. I mean, the fact that I moved my whole family. First, we moved out of a 2-bedroom tiny apartment where I had my son to our first home, our first townhome. And then I moved us from that townhome, and now we're in this home that we're in now, which is a 4-bedroom, beautiful home in Florida. And I was able to retire from bodywork, which I never thought I would do, to be honest. Even though it was exhausting, I never thought I'd get an opportunity to do that. And I work my business full time, and I get to do this with something that started as like just a little side gig 4 years ago. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's so big. And it started at the worst point in my life. The worst. The literal worst. I had never been that scared or sad my whole life like I was in that moment. And something happened, and I said yes to something, and then it just started this wave. And I don't know who I would be without the coaches in my life that are now my business partners that I get to help, the leaders in my life that have come into my life because of this business, the ones who came before me who are now my mentors and who hold space for me, and my customers. Like, I don't know. Like, that's what I think about every day. That's where I am every day. That's what upholds me. I built my own network. I didn't have one, so I made it. And I'm so thankful that I did that. And I became a leader. And it became the thing that so many people needed in that moment in time. And they didn't even know. You know, my best friend, I will tell you this really funny story. My best friend, I didn't actually invite her to join me in coaching opportunity at all. And she reached out to me and she's like, why haven't you invited me to this? And I was like, I don't know. And she's like, I need to do that. I need help. My best friend. She said, I need help. I'm a binge eater. I'm an emotional eater. I'm lost. Help me. And I need purpose. She was not happy. She had this amazing corporate job, earning bank with benefits, and she was miserable. And coaching gave her purpose and gave her to stop overeating, stop binge eating, stop hurting herself with food. Gave her that and gave her purpose. So give yourself the time in the space that you've been given to really ask yourself, where was my life before this? Where was my life before this? Was it actually what I wanted it to be? And could it be something else? Right? And if you are wanting to be that leader, and if you are wanting to convert in your own life, a new experience of reality, and this field, this health, this fitness, this taking care of yourself and others is something that's attractive to you, then let's have the conversation. Let's have that conversation. Because right now there are thousands of people that need a voice that they can relate to. Might not be mine, might not be my mentors, might not be everybody else, but it might be yours. It might be yours. It might be your voice that they're waiting to hear. So I wanted to take this moment to talk about that and to call on you, really, to honor your own space and to ask yourself, could you make this moment the moment that you turn everything around for yourself and other people in your sphere? All right. Thank you so much. Hi, Sarah. Hi, both Sarahs. Sarah Gideon, Sarah Brannigan. Nicole. Hi. Your beautiful faces. I wish I could squish you. Hi, Jillian. I love being online with you guys. Hey, Emily. Hey, Sarah. It's such a joy. Such a joy. Do you guys have any questions for me before I hop on? I always like to answer questions when I'm live. I know some people just like to go live to hear themselves, but I like to talk to people. That's why I go live. Yes. Talk to me. Hey, Tammy. How are you? I haven't seen you online in forever, girl. What is up? How are you? I'm trying to scroll through my comments on my computer and on my at the same time. Oh, thank you so much, Jillian. It was I just really want people to understand that just because a moment is dark in your life doesn't mean it's always going to be. And just because we are collectively experiencing dark doesn't mean it's always going to be. And this could be the moment that you needed to take a breath and really take a step back. I didn't want the moment when it was given to me. I was pissed. I was like, I want my life the way it was before. I don't want this new life. I am not about it. But it has been given to you. So honor that. And if you're in a major transition, if something has been taken from you, or maybe something is being given to you, like right now, I'm giving you this opportunity. Think about those relationships. Think about what's being taken away, and think about what's being given. And look at that from a zoomed out lens instead of from being in here. Like, look at here and ask yourself, okay, what's the bigger picture? What's really happening here? That's so important. Such an important ability to be able to do that. All right, my loves. I don't see any other questions, so I'm going to hop off. But thank you for joining me live. I love you guys so much. I will see you tomorrow for a full moon. Tomorrow is a full moon live. It'll be on my YouTube. So if you're not on my YouTube channel, get on the YouTube channel. And thank you again. I got a new patron today. So I just want to say a shout out to my new patron. I just love that you guys are supporting the work so much. And I give you guys a lot of... So my patrons on my last 2 tiers, they get kind of backstage stuff to my moon readings, which is really fun. So if you are one of my patrons, thank you so much. I love you guys. You're the best. Thanks for supporting that side of my work. That's a different part of my work. That's my woo-woo work. Although my fitness work is pretty woo, and anybody in the community will tell you that. Because again, I firmly believe, and my position is, that when you take care of yourself and you're healthy and you feel good, it impacts your ability to connect and serve at a spiritual level. If you're not doing well in your physical body, you will suffer in other areas of your well-being as well, and your spiritual body. I mean, it's all connected. There's no separation there. I firmly believe that. Oh, thank you. You're the best. All right, guys. Have an amazing night. Much love.